Hi, I'm Todd Peterson, past president of CAST and current member of the CAST Board of Representatives. Thank you for agreeing to serve on this board. This presentation today will provide a brief history of CAST, the reason it was formed and how it functions, and a little bit about your role and responsibility as a new member of this board. Throughout the 20th century, the application of science and technology to agriculture brought tremendous gains in agricultural productivity. However, rapid and dramatic changes in farming and food production systems also brought public scrutiny from some who questioned the use of technologies in food production. Rachel Carson's book Silent Spring in 1962 inspired much public concern and debate about the widespread use of pesticides. The book is often credited with having launched the environmental movement in the U.S. In response to the growing criticism of technology in agriculture, the National Academy of Sciences convened a task force led by Dr. Niall Brady, made up of representatives from 16 agriculture-related scientific societies. Their goal was to discuss how the agricultural science community could provide accurate information about the science and technology of agriculture to decision makers in government, the media, and the public at large. The result of these deliberations was the creation of the Council for Agricultural Science and Technology, or CAST. CAST was chartered as a nonprofit 501c3 organization in 1972. One of the principles recognized by the organizing group was that, quote, many, if not most, of the science and technology issues pertaining to agriculture could be addressed most effectively by a multidisciplinary and multi-institutional approach. The mission of CAST has changed very little since its inception. CAST assembles, interprets, and communicates credible, science-based information regionally, nationally, and internationally to legislators, regulators, policymakers, the media, the private sector, and the public. The key words in this mission statement are credible, science-based information. An often asked question is, how is CAST organized and how does it operate? This is an excellent question, and it does get to the heart of the success of CAST. First, CAST has a small but dedicated staff located in Ames, Iowa. This includes an executive vice president, a director of council operations, 4 staff members, and a number of outstanding student workers. Our students make a tremendous contribution to CAST while gaining real-world experience. CAST is governed through 3 structures: the Board of Directors, the Board of Representatives, and the Board of Trustees. The Board of Directors includes the President-elect, the past president, the treasurer, and a representative from each of the 3 work groups, plant, animal, and food science. The Board of Directors is the policymaking and governing body of CAST. The Board of Representatives consists of the Board of Director members and 1 representative from each member organization. Organizational members can include scientific societies, nonprofit and industry trade groups, and corporate members of the ag industry. The Board of Representatives exists to develop, organize, prioritize, and promote scientific proposals on potential topics for CAST projects and publications. The Board of Representatives operates through 3 work groups: animal agriculture and the environment, food science and safety, and plant agriculture and environmental issues. Finally, the Board of Trustees is a group of highly recognized thought leaders from academic institutions and the industry. They provide a broad perspective on issues facing agriculture and food production worldwide. Their role is to provide CAST a 30,000-foot perspective in prioritizing topics to ensure that we work on problems that really matter and produce publications that are likely to have a significant impact. CAST does not create science. Our role is to assemble and interpret the best science available from relevant fields and communicate this best knowledge to those who need it. Our primary targets are policymakers and the public, but our job is to translate the best scientific understanding surrounding a major topic or issue facing agriculture into terms that can be understood by non-scientists. The Board of Representatives, working through our work groups, look for issues facing global food and agriculture, and issues for which there is a public need for information and there exists relevant scientific information that could help contribute to solving the problem. When such issues are identified, the work groups prepare and present publication proposals, identifying the issues and justifying how and why CAST should address it. Those proposals are forwarded from the work groups to the Board of Directors, and if approved, they go on to the Board of Trustees for their input and prioritization. Once project proposals are approved by the Board of Directors, the Board of Trustees, then CAST seeks out experts from all disciplines that can most effectively address that topic. The CAST staff assembles a voluntary task force by identifying, inviting, sometimes cajoling the appropriate and available scientists to serve as contributing authors and/or reviewers on the topic. Once this task force is established, CAST does not control or influence their work or outcomes or conclusions in any way. There are several different types of CAST publications. First of all, the task force reports. They are the longest, up to 200 pages long, and our most definitive output product from CAST. These reports are like textbooks that provide a comprehensive, in-depth treatment of a large, broad topic and are often written in a chapter format with numerous charts, figures, tables, photographs, and many authors. Special publications are CAST publications that are often produced following a workshop or symposium. They may be produced in cooperation with other organizations or as a funded project for CAST. CAST issue papers are shorter than task force reports and usually range from 8 to 24 pages. They focus more narrowly on a given topic and provide an overview. Finally, CAST commentaries are typically 4 to 8 page publications written and reviewed in order to respond quickly to a topic of current interest. Another way CAST fulfills its mission is by conducting educational training workshops, symposia, and conferences. CAST supports students through such efforts as administering a national student essay contest, and the CAST staff, boards, and task force authors are regularly invited to brief legislative and governmental personnel and facilitate communication among media and scientific experts. Especially important is our CAST Friday Notes, our signature weekly e-newsletter that provides links to current resource materials gleaned from more than 100 sources. Agricultural producers are challenged to continue to sustainably increase output to meet the needs of a growing world population. Solutions will depend on leveraging the best science and technologies available to accelerate the rate of productivity gains while continuing to reduce the negative impact of agriculture on the environment. Agricultural production continues to depend on more and better scientific solutions, while at the same time our media, government, and general public have less interest and understanding of the science of food and agriculture. CAST has a huge role in bridging that gap. Here's how you can help. As a new member of the CAST board, the first thing you can do is get involved with your work group. Participate in phone calls and listserv discussions and bring your ideas about potential topics to the group. Help write a publication proposal and volunteer to serve as a work group liaison for a task force. Get involved. Secondly, we expect board members to join CAST as an individual member. I know your organization is already a member, but we ask our board members to at least show your support for the organization with a $100 annual contribution. The third thing you can do is to help promote CAST to your colleagues, your institution, and other organizations related to food and agriculture that you belong to or interact with. We are not exclusive. Help us cast a broad net to increase the visibility and impact of CAST. And finally, help us grow by seeking new CAST members, whether they're individuals, nonprofit groups, industry trade groups, or corporations. CAST serves an increasingly important function in our industry, and you can help us grow. Welcome to the board.